All right. Hello, hello. Hi, Tommy. It is I am here. And we are gonna do a little bit of art. Me! Okay, let me just make sure that this is, functioning. Yeah, so, I got my hands on a little bit of the Biolenja, OST. It is now playing. Shit slaps quite a bit. It's pretty good, gotta say. Now let me get this from Biolenja himself. No, I had to look it up. He did tell me where to get it though. So, if that counts. All right, let's see. I have so many things to look through while setting up the stream. Why is... Eh? There it is. Perfect. Now I just have to move it because, as always, it shifts weirdly when I use the Krita thing. All right. Yeah, so, does it mean I found the tip of my pen? Nope. I bought new ones. So, here. This case of new pen tips cost me like 20 bucks. Rather expensive for a bunch of little plastic inserts. And they don't even fit. However, they do fit. They fit enough. This is... Hold on, let me... If you can see, it doesn't... It's a little too small. So, it works. I can... If I do this, I can move around my pen with it and stuff. I can draw with it and stuff. It's just, yeah, no. It's I can't use it at the same angles that I can the other one, which is fine. I usually kind of have it at this angle anyways. I don't catch myself drawing like this very much. I mean, it kind of still works even as such. So, yeah. Also, yeah, 20 bucks. I'm pretty sure my tablet, when I got it, was like 80. So, it's a quarter of the cost of that, which is not ideal, to say the least. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. As long as I can draw with it, I am happy enough. So, we're just gonna continue drawing the, stream offline screen. Try to get this done sooner rather than later. Although I have my doubts that we'll be finishing this today. We have to see. But, yeah. Last time we didn't get much, we didn't make much progress because, my internet died. So, this time around it'll be better. Once I feel like it, you draw one of your precious wobble gods. A specific wobble dog, or like just any wobble dog, because I can do a wobble dog. They're not that complicated. They got like little heads like that, and then they do that. They got their little noses and their weird eyes. And you got this is out of memory, so I don't exactly remember how they look. Then they have their little tails. Right? That's vaguely how they look. Something like that. They're goofy looking creatures. Yeah. I forgot to check the cost of the game on Steam for the summer sale. Let me quickly look it up. Wobble dogs. $8. You know, for a game that I don't think I'd be playing very much of, I don't think. But additionally, on top of that, I doubt I'll actually like get $8 worth out of the game. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how worthwhile it would be to get and play at some point. Right now, we're just gonna focus on art. I've got You Are Down for the Grind. That's the thing. I don't tend to enjoy games that require I grind. Like, I have friends who just spend so much time playing idle games, and for me, completely out of the question. I am not down for the grind in most cases. There are a couple of cases where, you know, I like the gameplay of a game so much that I'd be willing to grind. Yeah. I mean, admittedly, the comparison is a little bit unfair, but you know what I mean. I tend to prefer, you know, all mechanics, all just like creativity and continuous new things to happen in games, because I have ADHD and am a zoomer, though I don't look like it. So I like to have new things take my attention. But you know what? Wobble Dogs is a fun game. Maybe I'll play it at some point, nonetheless. There's a lot of games like that in theory I think I'd be interested in, like the game which music is playing. Ugh. The game from which this music is from is a really it's a really calm, relaxing, just puzzle game. Where you shift stuff around and you listen to chill music and you just kind of have a good time. But I feel like I would immediately get bored of that game if I entered into it, which is a shame. But you know, that's just how it is. You like the achievements? Recently got your two newest proudest editions, Spitter and Spider. I wonder why they're called that. The thing about Wobble Dogs is I've seen several, like, creators play the game, but I don't think I've seen, like, a fraction of the mutations you can put on your dogs. I'm pretty sure I'm missing out a little bit on that front. So, you know, it's not to say that the game is shallow, but you know, one thing that I am actually quite excited to do, because it is right up my alley and it merges puzzle games with my favorite genre, roguelikes. Blueprints. I got it at the sale, and at some point in the future, we're gonna crack that one open and just, you know, play it. I'm really looking forward to that. I've been keeping myself unspoiled, for the most part. So, yeah, that'll be something fun to do at some point in the future. Alright. This is a bit of a tedious portion of the art, because it's just me redrawing straight lines so that they don't look as like stagnant and straight and meh. We want our gay lines here. No straights. Not allowed. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so tomorrow I won't be able to stream because I have to work. Well, I might be able to stream. But no promises. However, I will be streaming Tuesday, and I'm not exactly sure what game to stream. Maybe I'll open up Blueprints then. But you know, just if there's any other suggestions, I would not be opposed to taking them. I know that there's only like one person here right now, so I doubt that I'll be getting bombarded by suggestions, but still. Absolutely willing to take some suggestions for new games to play. Alright. I don't quite know what my thought process was. Like, I don't exactly remember what it was when I first started drawing this. So I'm gonna kind of be, you know, just winging it. I know that I think I wanted the I wanted the TV to be here, and then couch here. Hoog doing something on the couch. That's the Hoog, by the way. This is my representation of the Hoog. And I could probably stick some, you know, doohickeys around as, you know, little Easter eggs and whatnot. That's something I want to start adding. Of course, we don't have that many bits in the channel yet, but in the future, when I revamp stuff like the BRB and the stream starting soon and all of that stuff, I want to integrate some of the channel memes per se. I think you already put some suggestions out. I remember you were the one who suggested the what was it? You were the one who suggested putting the Hoog on a couch facing towards the camera and away from the viewer of the image. I don't remember if you had any other suggestions though, so we'll have to see. It's been a second since I've drawn, like, proper. I know I was drawing last week, but I didn't get the chance to really, you know, hunker down and take it in. I've been using that word a lot, hunker. So you thought we talked about game suggestions. Yeah, no, that I think has completely left my mind. Let me check through the chat. Yeah, no, I don't see. Oh boy. Yeah, no, mostly the stuff that's in the game suggestions channel are Rain World mods. Which I think is very telling of the community that we're in. Spitter, is that a tail? Oh man, these are some bona fide creatures. Gotta say. All right. I'll try drawing one of them at the very least later. Let me just set this up. So I noticed their legs, don't you worry. Their legs were amongst the only things that I noticed. Okay. Do this. Oh, that's where the center is. Good to know. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna make some lines to determine the perspective as it shifts from straight to not straight. Alright. And then I will just erase some of them. And I will use these as our little board connections. We're gonna go that. That can go there. Like so. Get rid of that altogether. There's something about the drum. I've probably spoken about this on stream before. But something about the drums in this track are so good. I love how just visceral and real they sound. With a little bit of overdrive in them, because of course, you gotta have it. And that. So, the irony of putting so much effort into the floor and background and stuff is that it's all going to be covered up. I'm gonna draw this floor, and 90% of these things that I am drawing are going to be completely covered up by garbage on screen. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Let's see. So those two can actually line up there. That's fine. As long as they're not all lining up. Put cool little Easter eggs on the floor that will be hidden by the couch. I mean, that's an idea. I would not be opposed to doing a little bit, but I think I'd prefer the Easter eggs to be a little more visible. A little more visible to viewers, per se. Okay. One thing that, like, I've suggested a few times, but as I think about it more and more, I want to do it more and more, is a music stream at some point. Just making some music, getting opinions from the chat, that kind of thing. Sounds like a fun thing to do for an afternoon. But I'm not sure how I would go about it. At some point, though, I definitely want to do it. Alright, let's just do this. Shit. The thing about drawing wood in this style, or rather my style, is it naturally comes out looking like it's been battered over the course of several thousand years or some shit like that. Probably not thousand, but like, well, you know, a decade or two. Because it really looks like somebody went across the edges of every single board with a hammer and just went dunk, 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 dunk. Make sure it's all wobbly and warbly and shit. And I kind of like the aesthetic. Probably why I draw in it. The style, rather. But, yeah, no. Kind of makes it hard to make drawings look clean. And I'm also trying not to think too hard about like, drawing the Hoog. Because I know he's gonna have to be in this. But I don't... I don't know what position he'll be in. I think I might put myself there, because that would be an easy... Like, I could just draw the back of my head. It'd be quite easy. Like, I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna go post drawing the floor for an hour. But you know what? We'll just go wherever the inspiration takes me. And do this. I'd say that's about good enough for what I'm looking to do. It all looks warbly, it all looks good. It's all in brown, yeah. So, let me get this. Let me merge that. Background line art. You have a little wobble dog called Noopy. He isn't that special, but you love him. With a name like Noopy, I would expect him to be special. I feel like it's implied that a wobble dog called Noopy has something wrong with him. All right, let's get some wobble dogs in here. How about? Okay. Now, who do? I think I might draw the spider, because he looks like he's dynamic. He definitely seems unique. So let me just isolate him. Good enough. Move him over here. I did, in fact, kill your other dog. Do not be sad. They grow back. Alright, so how do I make this look more dynamic? I'm thinking, of course, you gotta have that green. Well, actually, I can steal the green color right off of the reference image I'm using. Just after you showed me Noopy. Holy shit, it's Noopy. That is a rather interesting dog. It's just not particularly strange. Valid to he has cute colors. Yeah, exactly. It is a valid choice to have as a favorite. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Gonna go like that. Let's get his head color. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Time to just do do a little bit of a doohickey here. This does not look like a dog right now. I can tell you that much. All right, and then he's got these little ears that look like slug cat ears. I don't know. Well, I mean, you could probably tell why, but he definitely seems like the kind of creature to look sad, which is why I'm drawing him all droopy. He just looks like he's not having a fun time in life, in general. All right, let's. 6 legs are all tangled up. I didn't even notice that there were 6 of them. I noticed there were 6 on the other one. Not on this guy, though. Hold on, how should I... Like so. He does actually kind of look unbothered with the eyes, though. So maybe I just kind of just do this, maybe. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, so what? It's a living. I'm living. He looks... Okay. Now's the fun part, where I get to draw his various legs. Okay. Go like that. Like so. They bend in so many weird ways. I don't know why. Well, I think I do know why. Mutations. It's gonna... Spider's genetic breakdown. Spider's genetic breakdown. Ah! I see. Interesting. So he's got issues. He's got problems. Let's just go like so, like so. That's 2 legs. I'll do some like this. Like so, up, up. Let's go like that. They're just so weird and crooked and weird. I don't like it. It's abnormal. This poor creature is just existing. And he's apathetic about it. He's just so fucking spindly. Not quite spindly. I think spindly isn't really a verb one might use. Not verb. An adjective one might use for this thing. This creature. But you know, he's got some wonky limbs. All right, so just do this. Okay. That's him. And then we'll give him one more leg actually touching the ground. Or actually, let me make this leg touch the ground. How about? Oh, yeah, this is something that I recently came across from a indie animator that I found not too long ago. Good track. Alright, he needs to have one more leg. Where in the world do I fit another leg? Okay, we're just gonna imply that it's, like, back here, maybe? Feel like so. There we go. Perfect! He's rude and peaceful. Easily formed. So he's really mean and really nice, I guess, is how that works. Good to know. Alright, let's do this. Take a different color there. And then we can go underneath and just fill in. Okay, maybe a slightly different color. Ah, I see. So like me. Stupid. Okay, that's not the color of his body. Go with the brighter green that's over here. Yeah, there we go. Do I have 6 legs too? The government would want me to say no. Alright, let's do that. Let's just do that. That. Good enough. I'm not gonna pay too much attention to coloring within the lines. I think it kind of adds to it when it's not. Okay, let's see. Which... Nah, that's not quite right. Do this. How does that look? Alright. His nose? Does he have? Oh, I see. He does have a little snout there. Got it. Let's do this. Oh, another game that I got from the Steam sale, since it was just available for cheap, is Crypt of the Necrodancer. So at some point, I will probably check the game out. No promises that I'll be any good at it, but, you know. It's something to check out, something to play. Okay, let's add a little bit of finesse to this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make it slightly darker. We're gonna do that. Not grow at all. There we go. There we go. Now it looks better. And made his ears the same color. Oh, they are slightly different. Let me just do this. One thing that's weird is the clearance that I get between, like, the point at which the pen touches the tablet is throwing me off. Because I'm so used to having that extra, like, half a millimeter. And my brain's like, why am I not touching the tablet yet? It's so minute, but it's still bugging me. Okay, let me snag that. Ooh, boy. That is a significantly darker color. Alright. You know what? I will use this to just color over that. Snout and ears have the same color. Yeah. I saw. You know what? No. Since they're in the center of the head, it would be better to have this line being that color. Intelligence. Alright, and then his snout's kind of just like a fucking... Yeah, that's... Let's try to get it a little more good. There we go. Now, doesn't that just look like a dog that doesn't want to be here? Alright, I will snag the lighter color that's there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, there's that. And there's that. Let me just go in and get rid of these little artifact bits. Just, yeah. Yeah, whatever. At a distance, it doesn't really matter that much, so I'm fine with it. Alright, yeah, so there's... Hold on. 1 second. Stream sketches 32. Stream sketches 32. The 32nd one. Congratulations on being the 32nd visitor to stream. I don't know. Spider. Let's give it a little bit more. A little more tact, a little more style. Spider. Not too much tact, just a little bit. Perfect. All right, let's continue from here. So that's that. He looks happy about this. I don't know how you'd be able to tell if he's... Oh. Creature. All right, 1 second. I will be back shortly. I'll leave you with the music. Hold on, that doesn't have the music in it. I'm back. Okay. Sorry, I just had to do something. Let's continue. So, what was I doing? I think... Yeah. So, this tends to work... I don't often draw outlines with the color that I use to fill it in. Also, you want the drawing spot. Okay, hold on. Let me just do this. Drop that. I'll just get that out of the image real quick. And then turn off the background. Save as spider. We're gonna get that as a PNG. All right. There we go. Look at him. The creature. He looks all sort. Look at my son. He has every disease. All right. Let's just put Spider up there. How about? All right. This radiates joy. Hold on. Let me just where would his mouth? I think it would be like here. That's not good. Or his mouth, like a regular dog, would be here. Oh, look at that. He's so happy. You can oh yeah, he has a real mouth. Send it in. Let me see. Additionally, it's I don't know what I don't know where the smoke would go. Down? Good enough. I don't know why, but that just gave me the vibe. The mouth on that creature gave me the vibe of somebody who smokes. Alright. So I'm gonna grab that color. Ooh, wait, hold on. That doesn't matter. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm going to try increasing the not the saturation or whatever. Let me just see. I want it to look nice and vibrant. All right, and now here I'm just gonna go with this and whoop. Didn't mean to do that. So that's our first coat. This definitely needs to be fixed now that I look at it, in contrast with the rest of the image. Dude, that's not what... Why'd that happen? Good enough. Oh my goodness. It's within the fold. Oh my god, the creature. The poor, poor creature. I'm actually gonna remove that. Use this. Background wall. Color. And we're just gonna go, we're gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna first, wait, why is it all invisible now? Oh, because yeah, whoops. Yeah, that's way better. So just a regular ass background layer. Get slightly darker. Just rough it up. Alright. Get a little bit of red-ish looking, like, you know, mahogany. I don't think anybody's lining their walls with mahogany, but, you know, might as well. Alright. Okay, and then I can just chop this part off. Shit. I have to be a little more tactful. There are some words that I've been using a lot more recently. Hunker down, I think I mentioned before. I've been using the word hunker, or the phrase hunker down, a lot recently. I don't know why. It's just in my vocabulary now. Sue me, I guess. Yeah, I've been doing that. Tactful is a word I've been using a lot. I don't know. There's some words that just enter my lexicon and do whatever they please. And I am powerless to stop it. What? Oh, whoops. There we go. That's looking nicer. Now I can make another here. And we will make this the floor. The floor... I could just look at my own floor. Let's go with this color, just to start. See how it looks. That's nice. That looks good. Yeah. That actually looks kind of cozy. Would you look at that? Just add a few more tones to it, give it a little bit more texture. Do some like this and that. Get some brighter stuff maybe. Just lightly go over it so that it has some, you know, some flavor. Even though it's not going to be the focus of many people's attention, I still like to have a little bit of extra detail. It also makes it look kind of like the room's dusty and old, which I want. That is something I think adds to the image. Okay, we will... Nope, not what I wanted to do. Merge layer. Background color. We're gonna not merge, group these, and just call it the background. This one's good. Wait, did we already listen to this? No. No? Yeah, no, we've... Yeah. Oh, we have listened to it, but we haven't specifically listened to it. The previous... Yeah, that's true. By the way, so here's a dilemma that I am under. You see this little guy. That guy. It's July 1st, and I'm inclined to keep it up because I don't want to look like one of the fucking dumbasses who are like, "Yay, Pride Month! Oh, it's over? Okay, we can continue being we can continue being horribly homophobic." No, so I think I have a good plan for it. I'm not gonna tell you, but I think I've got an idea. And as always, it will be available in the chat. Sadly, not to everybody, but what can you do? All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me add a little bit of background. Let's just call it shading. We just have to go over, okay, like so. Yeah. How come the lesbian flag isn't there? I didn't know there was an independent. There's a. Let me. Lesbian flag. Huh. That's the lesbian flag? I've seen that before. I just never realized that's what it was. Well. I can't really fix it now. But also, I think I added a few too many flags because the GIF was really hard to get actually like into the thing. It's all, yeah. It was really hard to yes, I did say GIF. I don't think I'll ever not say GIF if I'm being honest. But it was like it's a big file. So it made it kind of tough to actually upload. If I had added more of the flags, then it probably would have been even harder. And I want people to have their pride. I wouldn't want the Twitch gods suppressing it because it's too big. Never tell me my pride is too big. I am able to be prideful as I want. Anyways. Alright. Yeah, so I'm just gonna add slight bits of this. It's too big. Nothing's too big for me. Nothing. I'm gonna add these here. And since the TV, where'd my thing go? There it is. I can barely see it. Since the TV is gonna be like vaguely here, those first two lines were great, and then the other two just kind of went off the rails. TV is gonna be vaguely here, so I want the light to be kind of reflecting from the TV. So we're gonna just have that. This is how I like doing wood shading. It tends to make the wood, again, look very old and crinkly. Crinkly's not the word. What's the word? When it's not smooth and it's all over the place. What is the word? Cranky? Not cranky. Cranky is when you're old and you're on, you know? I'm looking for something else. Crusty! Crusty. It's old and crusty. Which, in many other contexts, would not be the word I was looking for. But alas, it is. Alright, let's... this. Just gonna go over this again, but the other way. Yeah. Is it cold in Canada? No, not at all. Oh boy, I think I've got a story to tell. I don't know if I told it earlier. So little known fact about Canada. We're not actually the Antarctic. It gets fucking hot here. Really hot. Earlier, like last week, or maybe it was the week before, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. But, it was 35 degrees out. Celsius. 35 degrees Celsius. I think I mentioned this during the Discord, like, thing. And I was working all day. It was rough. And it can get worse and worse. Especially since we're humid up here. So it's even hotter than that. Like, that's just like the basic heat. With the humidity, it's even worse. And on top of that, we've had like 47 degree weather up here. It's crazy, because when people you were about to ask me for some Canadian cold descent to Germany. Yeah, no. Literally I've got a friend who lives in Nevada, I think it's Nevada, who like a month ago was like, dude, I'm dying, because it was particularly fucking warm down there. And so I took a small box that I had, and I just put like 3 ice cubes in it. and I wrote 2 and then his name. As a bit. The next week, I was like, can I have my ice back? It's awful. It was awful. Oh my goodness, it was bad. I should probably find those images. I don't know where they are. Hold on. Let me see. I probably have them on my phone. I'll only show one so as to not dox anybody. But let me put it in the wall if I can find it. Yeah, this is in the wall. This is what I did. Let me pull it up in case anybody decides to watch the VOD for some reason. It's so stupid. It's just it's 3 ice cubes and a fucking oh man, I cracked myself up. Anyhow, all of that to say, it gets hot up here. We haven't had cold for a while. They look so sad. The poor little ice cubes. They're getting shipped off to Nevada. Alright. But yeah, no. In short, it's not cold up here right now. It's not. I think right now it's like 30 degrees out. I'd have to go check. I went on a walk earlier today to the post office, forgetting that it was Canada Day, and thus the post office is not open. So I went on a walk with my brother, and by the end of it, drenched. I'm lucky to no longer have hair, because if I did have hair, it would be a mop. Like a used mop. I wonder if I've shown what I used to look like with my long hair. Because I used to have long hair. And that shit, I only sweat from my forehead. Or I guess the top of my head. So when I had longer hair, in warmer weather, or even in cold weather, if I was wearing a hat in cold weather, my head would get drenched. The rest of me, completely fine. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't like the heat. I handle the heat better than most, I think. At least most of the people who I interact with, because most of my friends, like, the second it gets above 20, go, ah! Like, they start freaking the fuck out, which is fair, all things considered. All right, just that. All right. Let's save real quick. And for the floor, I'll keep the modifications brief. Went last Saturday to a cool public swimming pool after waiting and taking trains and walking 20 minutes through the heat. That's awesome. Going through through heat to try to get to a pool, and then getting there and finding out it's oh man. I'm lucky enough to live very close to a pool, so I'm able to visit the pool regularly. Sadly, and I don't think it takes like a particularly imaginative mind to understand this. I don't have the best looking beach body. I'm kind of really hairy and like fat and gross, so I try not to go to the pool most of the time. That being said, I'm really good at doing cannonballs. I can splash. I have some hair left everywhere else but my head. Trust me, if I ever worked up the courage to not have a shirt on stream or anywhere in public, you would see I am a hairy son of a bitch. But people don't often see that, because I don't want to destroy people's eyes. I don't want to be doing that. Just see my hair glued to my head. I mean, that's what they do in Turkey, I think. But I'm not looking to do that quite yet. Also, I do have hair in my head. I got this glorious beard and this twirly little mustache. That I don't know how well you can see it from the screen. Let me check. Kind of hard to see my mustache. My goal for the future is grow out my mustache as much as I can so I can just get this massive fucking like bushy mustache. I feel like it would be fun to have. All right. This. All right, this might not be working as well as I hoped it would. Yeah, it's fine. I look French. I have big mustache. Salvador Dali. What did he look like? I don't actually know what Salvador Dali looked like. Salvador Dali. Oh, well, he has a thin, big mustache. I want, like, a bushy mustache. I want that, give me pictures of Spider-Man kind of mustache, you know? Like, I want to be James Jonah Jameson. I think that was his name, right? All I know is that we shared the same first name. Well, that's the kind of mustache vibe I'm looking to be. This ain't good enough. I will save there. We are going to need to take a quick break. we're gonna take a quick break because, you know, pre-rolls and all that. So I will see you in a few minutes. Get back to it. Make sure that this is set. Yeah. All right. So, now what we need to do? I suppose I could do more of these like scratches looking things. Like that. Put them around. Now he's riding it asleep. Hey, yo? Oh no, it's gone! Oh, it's back. Yeah. What? What me do? Me do what? Why did that open that up? Alright. Okay, what are we doing now? I guess now I should focus on getting the other aspects of this, the TV and the couch, into frame. TV, yeah, so we'll just put TV. Or let's go TV line art. We'll just start off by making it real easy for me. Just gonna draw some lines. There we go. That's all I'll be doing. And now I can do this and just kind of fill it all in like I usually do. Except this time, I think I'm going to try to keep it on the outside. I'm going to try to keep the edge thin and straight. And this part can be all weird and warbly up top. We want it to have like a crisp picture on the inside. I've made many comments about this track. It's a very interesting musical piece because it like purposefully betrays a lot of the expectations that people might get for trap music by having a flute go absolutely fucking insane. But I gotta say, it brings it together. I really like the way that this was composed because it's like it's not just boilerplate. It's got something to it. There's multiple different ways, at least for me, that music can be good. This part's, I mean, there are multiple ways in which music can be good to me. You've got, of course, just music that sounds nice. Of course, that, like, I'm gonna enjoy music that sounds nice. Makes sense. However, when music is more or less a creative piece like this, where it is the artist putting, like, you know, creativity into their pieces and making something completely new, it kind of adds something to it. And it's the same thing for art. It's why I love Pizza Tower and the way that it does its art. Because it's not necessarily a particularly attractive art style, but it's done well and it's done with passion. I don't know. It's great to see either way. All right. Now, what shape do I want this TV to be in? Because I could use the, you know, the stream starting, or wait, no, that's not it. The BRB TV. I could use that. However, I don't know if I want to. I feel like there are better shapes for this like cartoonish old TV look that we're going for here. Let me look around. Old-fashioned wall TV. Alright, a consistent thing amongst them is that the screen kind of bulges out a little bit. Huh. Let's see. Damn, they really did come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Let me just snag... Is that AI? That looks AI. From a glance, at least. Nope, that's not AI. Okay. Let me see if this will help. Oh, come on. Give me something that's not a WebP image. You dickhead. The Hoog and his Ender lived alone in a small house on a hill. Ender kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys, as his Hoog watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Then one day, the Hoog heard word of God. I forget what the rest of the soliloquy is. What's soliloquy? Soliloquy. An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers. Okay, yeah. I do that a lot. The Hoog is watching TV here. True. I could... You know what I could do? Let's see if I can... See if I can find this. Has nobody taken a picture of this? Here it is. Let me see if I can get a picture without... Because, you know what I could do? I could put this absolutely fucking godly carpet on the floor. That, like... Or, I mean, I could just put a carpet on the ground, but I think the hardwood... Actually, that's something to consider. If I were to put a carpet, what would I... Oh, holy shit, I just had an idea. Just, if I'm all about references, I don't think I couldn't reference this. Come on, give me something that's not a WebP image. But he said didn't want to reach home yet, so he didn't want to spoil. Oh, well, I know what home is. I've seen it plenty, because I watch a lot of other people play. There. Okay, and there's no way to, like, show this image if it is a WebP, right? Oh, I can. It's really hard to see, but you know what you probably know what I'm trying to say. My favorite game ever, a little nod via carpet. I'm thinking maybe. Now I do still need to figure out a TV situation. Let's see. If I open that, save image, there we go. And then I throw this up on screen. There's a good chunk of these that I think would be fitting, because I'm not looking for ye old television kind of thing. I'm just looking for a kind of old TV, and so maybe something like this one here, with the black border around it. You got a little bit of a slot for a DVD or something underneath it. Oh, what are they watching on this? It's somebody playing basketball. A few people playing basketball. Huh. I wonder if we could nail that down to a particular game at some point. But let me do this. Let me just, for one thing, get that out of there. Let's also take a look at this carpet idea. Dweeb! Nerd! Shame on you for bringing up Five Nights at Freddy's. William Afton is going to be showing up to your house tonight. Nerd. Nah, I'm messing. I will be the first to admit, I have sat down with friends and just talked about the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. I am a dweeb if there ever was one. I will say that Biz is an even bigger dweeb. Fuck you, Biz. Because he's talked my ear off about FNAF. But I digress. Alright, have we listened to everything in this playlist? It looks like we have. Let's just get another one set up. You know, I've listened to this so many times. You'll never get me to shut up. Ugh, bro, I got too big a mouth. Nothing you do will ever keep me quiet. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've listened to the Metropolis threat theme so many times at this point, and I still probably gotta say it's definitely my favorite Rain World soundtrack. It's my favorite of the Rain World soundtrack. Cause I don't know, it's just got so much oomph to it. It's got something to it that I really quite like. Okay, how will I do this? How about I just add this carpet line art, super intense, and yeah, I've played Artie. I know. Trust me, I did the Artie campaign. I experienced Metropolis. I have been there. So you do not have to worry. Nagut? What does Nagut mean? Is that German? Gut sounds German. Guten Tag. Rain World. That's not a. I say this every time. The only German accent I can do is a horny one, and it's not good. But it's just a fact. The only German accent I can do is oh yeah. Oh, not good. Give me the Artie campaign. I know that I offended the only two people watching me right now, but I had to. You had a tough time translating it on a whim. Is okay, I believe you. I see. So it's, I mean, not exactly how it's used, but bet. If you were to just go bet, and in the conversation there, I think that's typically how that's used. But yeah. Man. It's fun seeing how different, you know, people from different places, mainly Europe. Most of you guys are from Europe, which is kind of weird to me, but I suppose when I'm streaming, it is towards the end of the day, when all of you reprobates are up at like 2 a.m. Nah, I love you guys. Except for you, Biz. Stay away from me. Nah. 150. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're just up late at night. But I will never escape you. That's true. If I were to escape you, what would my life be, huh? Without you chasing after me all the time. I was saying, oh yeah, but seeing the amount of not only just different languages and words in different languages, but like colloquial sayings and colloquial. Let me double check that I know what that means. Colloquial, used in ordinary or familiar conversation. Okay, yeah. You add suspense. You're like the immortal snail. But you know, like colloquial sayings and things like that people just kind of throw out in conversation because why not? They're cool to see because it's a part. When you're learning a language, you kind of experience it in a sterile environment. At least if you're learning it purposefully, like at a school or Duolingo or something like that. So you don't really get to see those just kind of like slang words and stuff. Is an immortal snail? Not quite snail. Closer to a slug because he doesn't have bling. But yeah, no. To my knowledge, he's immortal. I've tried quite a few things. I mean, I won't give him much. I will give him. He's a tough cookie to crack. Oh yeah, shellless glob. Look at the drip. Look at this. Shitty sweater with some felt on the inside. Actually, this is one of the nicest pieces of clothing I have. My grandfather's flat cap from like I don't even know when. Look at me. I'm thriving. You will never have this kind of bling. You will never look as dapper as I. Because those are the only words I could use to describe my outfit choices. The cap is kind of swaggy. I appreciate that. I honestly absolutely adore this flat cap. I just adore flat caps in general, admittedly. Which is why I have a collection of several of them, and I'm going to be adding that to that collection as much as physically possible. I just kind of love them. They're one of the only things I actively collect. Like, there's a Irish YouTuber who does woodworking content in the form of mostly shorts and stuff. I think it's Ian Reardon, except it's not spelled I-A-N, it's E-O-I-N. And he recently partnered with some company to make flat caps, and I'm really looking to get one of them. They're out of the large ones though, which is kind of a problem for me, because you don't really get the sense of scale. Like, it's kind of hard to see. I've got a big head. I don't like what would I use to show how big my head is? What do I have? Anybody else have a djembe? Okay, just get your djembes out at home and like size it up to your head. Yeah. I got a big head. Do I have a child's head for comparison? No, but I do have a sick-ass dragon statue. Look at this shit. I've had this for years. It's probably mass-produced and made of, like, plastic. But it's awesome. It's about that big in comparison to my head. Okay. Yeah, dragons are awesome. People who come into my chat and see the Hoog and go, "Oh, is that your persona?" Dweebs, the lot. Who the fuck would pick a groundhog? If I were to pick one, it would be a dragon. Or some kind of lizards. I just like lizards. You haven't... Oh, you'll never get to see him. Because he's dead. But I used to have a leopard gecko back in that tank over there. His name was Harley. He was fucking awesome. Yeah, I should probably get another lizard or something. I like lizards. They're cool. They're cool little fellas. Did he have a queen by his side? It wasn't a reference to Batman. It was a reference to something even cringier. I'm gonna drop some Ender Deej lore right now that only a couple of people know about. As a kid, I liked Homestuck. And Harley was the name of a character in a Homestuck game that actually introduced me to the thing. And that I liked. I was like, damn, this character is like an interesting character. And I named the lizard after that. Incredibly nerdy shit. Incredibly dweebish shit. But that's how it goes when you're a kid. You never really came to read Homestuck. You know, the only thing you know is a fan song. Would it happen to be made by Toby Fox? Yeah, no. It's a long story, and it's got a lot. It's got a lot to it. I think it's 9,000 pages long or something. It's the only thing I could actually like read because it had pictures and shit to look at. But you know, it's fair to not want to spend years of your life reading that shit. I can't even say that it was bad. It was very, you know, meh in modern terms. Femi C. No idea who that is. It's a meh story in modern terms, according to my modern tastes. But I mean, it was a story. It had the usual shit. I'd probably rank it up there with Twilight. If your ADHD could keep up, yeah, no. It's honestly a surprise that I was able to read through the entire thing. There was a point at which I skipped, like, a chunk of the story. Like, there was something to do with passwords or whatever. And I guessed it right. I guessed the password, and so I just skipped a whole chunk of it. Probably not a valuable portion of the story, though, if I'm being honest. Okay. So let's... that... I'm gonna flip it upside down just to make it that extra bit different. Okay. And let's add some more bumps. Something like this on the outside. Because I think that the Don't Starve carpet has this. Did remember about the fan song? Yeah, there was a character called Adrian? I don't know about that one. Honestly, as a kid, I probably could have told you the names of the characters. I do not remember anything about the book. It wasn't really even a book. It was like a web comic thing. But, like, I have no memory of that shit. Anything that could have been kept has been fucking just destroyed from my memory. Iridium. Or Eridam? Yeah, no idea. Gotta say. I'm definitely not somebody you should go to for Homestuck lore. Alright. That. Again, it's kind of a shame that the floor that I drew is going to be covered up, but how it is. Wait, why am I... When did I swap pencil to that? That's why it was fucking confusing me. Alright, so let's do that. Get it nice and wavy. Doesn't need to be consistently the same thickness. It can just be a little bit wavy, so as to give the impression that it is fluffy. There's so many different ways to draw fluffiness. It's kind of hard to actually pick one that fits. Because fluffiness is so broad a thing. Like, my cat is fluffy. He has a lot of hair and it, like, sticks out. But my beard is also fluffy. And this shit, that's fluffy. There's fluff on that. Sort of fluffy. It is actually kind of stiff. Maybe not fluffy. But fluffy has a variety of definitions. So it's kind of like this. That's fluffy. Can't really see it, but I can assure you it is quite fluffy. So trying to draw it in the correct way for the application, it's not particularly in my tool set. But I can always learn how. Alright, let's do that. Get that nice and going. Nice and gooning. And the thing is, I'm covering up the floor that I spent like a few minutes on. Not even a few minutes, like fucking 20 minutes. Ayo, what did I say? I wasn't thinking. I covered up the floor that I spent time on, and now I'm going to draw a carpet that will get covered up by a couch. It's gonna be great. Nice and gooning. When did I say that? Biz? Ban me. Can you do that? Just ban the channel from Twitch. I don't want it. It's just stream suddenly over. All right. Bye. I don't have a stream over screen, so I can't do the bit. For shame. All right, let's do that. That will also smooth out this side. Alright. And I'll probably reuse this background for the stream starting soon screen. But right now, I mean, I don't know why I'm overthinking it. I'm here to have fun, you know? And so spending a little bit of extra time drawing details that wouldn't necessarily be seen is just part of it. Part of the drawing, part of the art, part of the experience. No need to get too wrapped up in things. Like there's I think originally I started doing this to kind of get away from thinking. Because during my previous streams when I was doing Rain World a lot, and there were a lot more people, it was kind of hard to think. Too many things happening at once. And these were always nice to just kind of take a break to. So, just gotta, take it easy. There are times to work, times to think a lot. This ain't one of them. Enjoy yourself. I say that to you too, viewers. Viewers at home. I say, enjoy yourselves. Get yourself a warm drink. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the music. Maybe pull up a drawing pad. Perhaps join in on the art, you know? Time's a ticking, might as well. Unless you're playing Wobble Dogs. In that case, you can continue to play Wobble Dogs. You can't have your second monitor on right now? Is it pulling too much power? Did your GPU get fried? Like, why wouldn't you be able to have a second monitor on? Lest it is unimportant for me to know. In which case, I don't have to know, but why? Tell me! Ah, I see. Alright. Yeah, no, my situation for my plugs is right here. This is all of my computer wires and stuff available to me to just yank out at any moment. It's great. The cat loves it. But yeah, no, I totally get that. Just running out of sockets and being like, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Very close in water drink vicinity. I keep my water on this side of the desk. Something about me that people may have noticed over the course of me playing games and seeing how particular I am. I am dirty in the sense that you can see it. My room is a fucking mess most of the time. Well, not visibly. You can see my floor. That's a good sign. But if I move over, you can see that's a mess. There's just a whole bunch of junk. But I have everything in particular places to keep everything nice and organized for me. Behind the camera, you can't see it. But there is just a wall of tools and Nerf guns and airsoft guns and things that I shouldn't be showing on stream. That you just can't see, and it is cluttered up there. All right. That. Is there Biz holding the light at my face? No. I've just got this I can show. I've got a light connected to my secondary. Have you seen... Okay, hold on. Let me try to avoid putting a bunch of shit. But I've got this tiny little monitor that I've just kind of bolted to my wall. Your arms are getting tired? Keep working. I've just kind of bolted a tiny little monitor to the wall, and it's probably my most useful monitor. I've got two massive monitors in front of me, and a third one just kind of hanging out up there. That's how I control all of my Twitch shit. It's great. It's excellent to have on the side. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I fear that as I use this pen tip, it's getting pushed further and further into the pen body. I hope that's not the case. If it is, I might have to see about getting that removed. I don't know how I would. Actually, just take a look. It'll disappear one day. That it might. How is this connected? Is it, like, glued in? I think it might be. Oh, well. In the future, I might have to get another pen, but, I don't know. I've had this for, like, 3-4 years, so I've gotten good use out of it. Alright, let's start looking at the Don't Starve carpet. Okay. It's got some very, like, floral patterns to it. Just trying to find a good image of it. Nobody has an image of just straight up the carpet. Wait, no, I think I found it. I found the repeating texture that is used. Here it is. So that is what we're looking to make. And I think, in order to do it, I'm just gonna kind of copy this. Okay, let me do some finagling here real quick. I will grab this like so. Save as carpet. Look at me, I'm at carpet. Oh man, that has been stuck in my head for the past like 3 days. That fucking song. It's so goofy. And it's just been like in my mind for the past while. Alright, so what we're gonna do that. The song called Show Chat Reply. Oh, why is that like that? Show Chat Reply. Oh, because this had this had a live chat, so it's messing up my thing. There we go. I think, yeah, there we go. It is fixed. Hey, would you look at that? Alright, so how would I do it? I think I do something like this, or warp. No. Not warp, perspective maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay. What I'm gonna do is gonna grab that. That good looking song, yeah. Man, that song looks good. Alright, so we're gonna just do this, and I'm gonna manually just draw the carpet, because I don't want to try to I don't want to try to do anything too involved. Let's see. It'll take patience. Well, I'll do the major portions of it, you know? I won't be drawing each and every aspect of the carpet. Alright, let's see. It'll actually also give me something to work with here. That's not a good... there we go. Grow 1 pixel? And maybe feather a little bit as well. That'll give a little bit of texture. Alright. Yeah, now I can just, you know, work at it. So we're just gonna make some cursory traces of the lines and such. Because all in all, it's mostly just like scribbles and stuff that are mirrored to make it look fancy and stuff. Actually, hold on. Now, I can't tell if there are motifs from the actual game in this, because I see these rounded circles with these little things at the top of them, and I'm like, tall bird. But that might just be a natural, or rather, that might just be a coincidence. rather than intended. Is that popcorn plant? I don't think so. I don't think the popcorn plants have bulbs on them. Yeah, this is so much easier than trying to do that perspective on my own. I think this carpet came into existence before Rain World was a thing. However, yeah, I think it might be. Oh, what am I doing? I should be mirroring this shit. Oh, well, let me undo that and by hand. Alright. Now, the nice thing about, like, emulating Don't Starve's style is that I actually take a lot of inspiration from Don't Starve's style with how scratchy it is and like, unrefined looking. Okay, hold on. I fucked this. With how, like, scratchy and unrefined it looks, I borrowed the look of the style when I was first learning to kind of draw on my own. Because of course I could draw like how my teachers would draw in art school and such, but it was never really my own style. So I basically just stole the Don't Starve art style and used it as my own until I figured out how to make something I'm comfortable with, you know? Okay. Oh yeah, this will be there. Got these. Alright. Okay, now we can just continue as we were. Let's draw out all of these lines vaguely how they're supposed to be. I don't know why I didn't turn on the mirroring before. This is very... Oh, I just realized that the image isn't actually centered, and that's why things are going wonky. That's fine, I don't care. I'll just make it up as I go. Yeah. This... Why is my hand cramping? Maybe I'm holding this weird? Yeah, I think... Oh! You know what? The nib might actually be a bit of an issue. Since I'm holding it at an angle, or since I'm used to holding it kind of at an angle, I'm starting to choke up on the actual pen, and it's starting to give me hand cramps a bit. That's a problem. Time to glue it? Yeah, well, I mean... Maybe. Yes. Out. The thing is, I doubt a lot of people would understand what this is a reference to, or that it's a reference at all. They'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, carpet." But I'm inclined to continue nonetheless. Yeah, just because I mean, having a little Easter egg like this You gotta. You gotta. I've got the Don't Starve hat. The winter hat in real life. Which, as a kid, I really, really wanted, and it took a while for me to get it. I think it might have even had to be... Which one? Both. I got the regular one, and I got this one. And, I love the concept. The saddest part about it is that they have these massive things here that's like, I would love if this was just a winter hat, but it's got the game's logo sewn into it, like sewn into it well as well. Like this is pretty well done. And so if I were to actually wear this out, I'd look like a massive dweeb. So it's kind of a shame. But I do wear it out occasionally. I'm not one to wear hats anyways. I kind of just like having them. But, you know. It is what it is. You considered getting a Willow figurine? Yeah, no. Why? What? Fucking shut up, voice mod. Don't show me this again. Oh my good. Okay. If my microphone goes out, I will have a fucking aneurysm. Please don't. Okay. Am I still speaking? We're good? We're good. This still works? Still works. Okay, we're good. But yeah, no, there was, like, back when I was really, like, binging Don't Starve, I was very close to trying to get, the various figurines that the game had. But, you know, I came so late to the party when it came to, like, getting Don't Starve merch and that kind of thing, that, I bought, or rather, I asked my parents for the Xbox controller skin. Like, it was just something that you'd plaster onto your Xbox controller and made it themed for the game. Fun little doodig to just have. However, the controller that they made it for no longer was sold. Because now the design of the controllers has changed drastically. Meaning that when I got it, it didn't actually fit onto any of my controllers, which was a real massive shame. But yeah, I don't know if I still have it. I might have just tossed it out of anger. But you know, I think if I were to have it, it would be somewhere in my desk. Oh, I do still have it. Yeah, here it is. I have it on some parchment paper so that the glue sticks. Yeah, so this is supposed to attach to an Xbox controller, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit any of the ones I have, which is such a shame. I've been trying to look out for the controller that it does fit onto, but they're surprisingly hard to get your hands on. Especially since the better looking one is the black variant. So, like, I gotta look for a very specific controller. Just cut it up. I tried that, actually. I tried trimming it a little bit to fit around the edges and stuff. Still, no. It didn't look good. Also because my Xbox controller was white. So, it really didn't look good. I wonder if it would look better on my green controller, but I kind of just like my green controller as is. So, I don't know. I'll take a look at, figuring out where to put it some other time. As I'm drawing this, I'm noticing that it looks kind of like one of those shadow hands. you know, the shadow hands, the nondescript shadow hands that I, for some reason, mentioned, say anything about. Like the Don't Starve shadow hands. So there are definitely motifs in the design of the carpet. It's not noticeable because it's all very low resolution. Okay, we're gonna get here, do a little of this. I've been thinking, I think I want to add more of my own music to this playlist, but I don't know which songs. Because I've got quite a few of them, and quite a few of them are really like outdated and reflective of the skill level I was at when I made them. This one's pretty alright. It's more recent, but compared to a lot of the other stuff that I've got made, it's much better. I need to actually make the thumbnails and the art for the new music that I'm making before I can post it, because I used to, if I didn't have time to like draw a thumbnail, I used to just use AI and generate something that vaguely looks good, just so that I had something to post it with. But I try not to do that anymore, because it is not conducive to creativity. It's kind of conducive to laziness and stupidity. And also just AI. You know how it is. That I can look around like so. Let's have that going there. I'm gonna get rid of the purple like background thing that these lines are sitting on, and it's gonna look so much worse than it looks right now. It'll be bad. But it's all for the love of the game. The love of the art, the love of Don't Starve. Gotta have it. Okay. Do that. Half moons. Like that vaguely. This I'll actually draw over. That the other side has it. There we go. That side a little bit. Here. Part. So. Get a little diamond thing here. So, diamond inside of it. Like so. There's actually another one over here. I drew some other stuff over. Let me get rid of that. It's kind of hard to see sometimes because of the low resolution. But as long as I can go back and redo it, it should be fine. Alright, get this. Let's do some of this. Some of that, some of these, some of those. Like that, like this. You can tell I've run out of things to say when I'm just going this, that, these, those. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna end stream sometime soon, because starting to get a little tired, and I don't have as much patience for art as I do playing games and stuff. I can do art for a while at a time, but after a couple of hours just drawing straight, it becomes a little boring. The detail level on the carpet is pretty good. Yeah, I think I might leave it there for now. Looking good. Spider would be proud. Spider is proud. Look at him. Hi, Spider. All right. So we will quickly hit save. I will grab that texture. This, I will add that. We'll call that carpet color. And then I'll just use the same kind of trick that I was using before, which was this. Oh, hold on. Get rid of that. Do this properly. Just kind of slather it on with little to no regard for actually paying attention to what it is. Bring this back to the top. Get another color. And use that on top of it. What? Okay. Once again, just kind of slather it on, not really caring for where it goes. Just try to get it nice and all over the place. Let's go for some really dark ones. Pretty good. Thank you. I'm liking how it's turning out, that's for sure. And we can go across like so. Make sure that everything is actually covered. So, shouldn't be able to see the floor through the carpet. Alright. Any spots I missed? Doesn't look like it. And now, we can go back over with this and just kind of clean up the parts that I don't want. So. Down here. There we go. Yeah, it's looking all right. I will quickly save so as to hang on to that. And let's see what because there's a little border around the carpets as well. Let me see. Save image. Ugh. Why is everything a WebP image? Get out of my face! Adjusting across on the wall. Yeah. I feel like if I actually put a reference to the Binding of Isaac in the form of, you know, Christianity, then people might get the wrong idea. I'll have to find another way to reference it, at least, though. Oh, hello, Spider. Okay, so let's see here. It's a different shade, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of the season that it's in right now. It changes color slightly as the seasons change. So we've just got that, and it's just a bunch of lines, huh? So what I'll do is I will grab, yeah, it's the same color. I'll grab that, and I will go through and just kind of do this a little bit. Just make a bunch of lines here. I vaguely denote that it is stitched in some way. There's something appealing to me, something pleasing to me about patterns, like art styles that have patterns that would otherwise be, you know, a bunch of straight lines right next to each other, and shifting those lines slightly so that they're a little off kilter. There's something satisfying about that to me, because it feels like it's almost a spit in the face of that desire to keep everything, you know, all symmetrical and even and nice and orderly. It kind of spits in that notion and makes sure that things are being done with creativity in mind. Now, it might not work in this case because of the surrounding area. So what I think I'll do is I'll make the sides have this kind of jagged, off-kilter pattern. It's not really a pattern. And then I'll make the middle actually adhere to perspective. Thus merging the best of both worlds. Spitting like the spitter, not like that. God, I remember when that. It's so interesting to me how memes like get like they appear and then they die, and it's like the Hawk Tua meme started out, and it started out so strong. It was like explosive how suddenly it became popular. And now I barely hear about it. People occasionally go, Hawk Tua, like that. But people aren't, people aren't just saying it like they did before. People aren't trying to shove it into every sentence. It's weird. It's abnormal. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, no. That's just how memes are. But it's still kind of weird to me how they just, you know, they come and go. All right. Now I initially was saying we should keep it regular looking, but I feel like there's some appeal to this. And what I might do is actually get an even thinner brush, go through. Okay, I can't even see that. Go through and just do this a little bit. Even the meme feel the struggle to break free from the cycle. It all comes back to Rain World, doesn't it? It all comes back to Rain World. There's no escape. It's endless. The Rain World. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Within this community, anything can come back to Rain World. Anything and everything will come back to Rain World. That's how it works. Just like Biz has a magic power, the magic power of everything coming back to politics, and you've seen it in most of the streams I've done with them. It's just sometimes people have this ability to attach their obsession. Not slander. There have been documented cases of this during our Helldivers streams. It's not slander in the slightest. Now, how do feet relate to politics? Biz? We've got a test here for you. What do you think of Joe Biden's feet? And how does this relate to your political opinion? False. And also, religion and politics should stay separate, so you failed on multiple fronts. Fuck you. Alright, let's just finish this up. How about... Alright, let's... That was, like, I slipped an actual political opinion there. just like, casually, yeah, just might as well. I know that there's some people out there who would not like me saying that. But, I mean, not wrong. Despite how angry it might make people. Alright. Let's go there. Let's put that there. And let's just do the same thing. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a separate layer. Yeah, exactly. Totally. So we're just going to do this. So that's our base layer. Next, I'm actually going to grab a little bit of this purple, and I'm going to deepen it a little bit. Then I will use that. Whoa, that is a deep purple. Use that to kind of give this color. There we are. Why did that shift? Something like moved over at the side. Okay. Okay. Now it's just a matter of going here, getting rid of this as such. Go like so. I clicked a button that changed something. My pen has a couple of buttons on it that do something. Not exactly sure what they do, but it did something there, I can tell you that much. Okay. So there's our carpet. Now, I do want it to match with the rest of the floor. So what I'm going to do... Quickly get rid of these. What I'm going to do is grab this color, and I'm going to bring it over to this purple. And I'll use that to fill in. Will I change the carpet season? Like, are you asking me if I'll change the way the carpet looks season by season? Because I'm not Jerma. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It's a bit adventurous for somebody who doesn't have as much time on his hands. You mean the Don't Starve season? Will I change the... Huh? Will I change the carpet season? I'm confused. Your question confuses me. This is my confused face. Yeah, no. Do you want the carpet to be summer? I mean, what I could do, actually, that does give me an idea. What I could do is we established, yeah. That's what I was saying. You want me to change the way the carpet looks based off of the season? Because I suppose I did reference something that not everybody would know. Jerma, the popular Twitch streamer, changes his BRB thing by season. No, you're confusing me. Stop it. Alright, let's do this. Okay. What? what I was saying before about my idea that I had achieved, I could actually apply some of the filters that Don't Starve uses for its various seasons. Like I could try having a slight blue shift and other stuff. Changing the hue of the carpet a little more to brown. Oh, I see. Yeah, that joke had a couple of layers that I was not privy to. My brain doesn't work like that. It actually... You ever hear of Occam's razor? It's kind of like that. My brain takes the first thing that it could think of and goes, yeah, that's probably it. Fair enough. Layered like a carpet. Alright. Get this. Like so. Like so. And we're not gonna get it all done. But yeah, there we go. Now it matches a little bit better. What I might do as well, I will grab this. I'll just darken it a little bit. And if I do that... Yeah, that works. That works. And actually, what I could do is I could use this to introduce variation. Slight variation to the design. To the color of the design. So I'll like, nah. It's easier and it's less distracting if it's all the same color, if I'm being honest. That. Go through. Try not to miss, because otherwise it's gonna fill in everything. At some point I might revisit Cult of the Lamb. What I might do is I might try to drag one of my friends in to play it multiplayer. Because I don't know if the experience of multiplayer Cult of the Lamb is, like, big different. But I know that you can at least multiplayer... Oh, there. You can at least do the multiplayer in the actual, like, fight and stuff. Or rather, in what would we call it? On mission, I guess. So, you know, that's another thing to revisit at some point. That. All right. There's the carpet. Well. But it's definitely fun. Okay. All right. So I think this might be where I leave it off tonight. Just keep it a nice brief stream. We'll continue this next week. Cool. Yeah. Next stream's happening on Thursday. Not exactly sure what I'll be playing, but I'll be playing something. So, for anybody interested in watching, that's that. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Tommy, for sticking around during the art streams. It's very nice having somebody speaking. Yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Art. Bye-bye.